Hi, welcome to my kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to make a kale smoothie. And a kale smoothie is great for a whole meal replacement. You can have it for either breakfast or lunch, and it is a complete meal. And you'll see, I'm going to make a very complete smoothie today, but you can modify it, and I'll show you some of the things that are optional. So first of all, we're going to start with the kale. And I like kale. I grow kale. That's one of the crops I have in my garden. But you can use chard, you could use spinach, you could use collard greens, some kind of green. And that's going to give you lots of calcium, magnesium, and a serving of vegetables. So you take the kale leaf, and if you hold on to the stem, you can just pull the stem out. So this is called de-stemming the kale. And if you're not really used to a green smoothie, you might just start with about 3 or 4 leaves, or if you're making one for your child. But like me, I'm real used to the bitterness of the greens, and I'll put quite a few in there. So I'm going to stop right there, a little extra, and then I'm going to add a cup of frozen blueberries. Now these could be fresh, but any kind of berry. So any kind of berry. This has got great fiber, and blueberries are really good in antioxidants. And then I'm going to add a scoop of protein powder, and I'm using a protein powder called Raw Protein. It's from Garden of Life, but I want you to, if you don't find this, I want you to look for some kind of protein powder that is dairy and gluten and soy free. So that would be a rice protein or hemp, or now they're making a potato or a pea protein. Okay, the other thing that I like to put in my smoothie is ground flaxseed. So this has got great fiber, and it's also good omega-3s. And I'm going to just pour that in. And so I'm going to put the flax seeds in instead of the flax oil. So you could use a tablespoon of flax oil or the flax seeds. I like the fiber. Some of the optional things that I'm going to put in, this is maca root. It's a maca powder. This is great for your hormones. It really helps balance your hormones. I just put a teaspoon of that in. And then I've got some powdered chlorella. I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon of the chlorella in. And then last but not least, I'm going to put in a whole heaping teaspoon of cinnamon, of ground cinnamon. Ground cinnamon is a great antioxidant. And by the way, the chlorella is just a great green powder, good for your liver. All right, now I'm ready to start the blending, and I'm going to use coconut milk. You could use almond milk. You could use rice milk or hemp milk. And I'm going to start with a cup of the milk, and if I need more liquid, I'm going to have a little bit of water nearby, but I can just water it down. You could make this with water too, if you didn't have the milk available. And then I'm going to put the lid on, and this is my Super Vitamix. This is the Cadillac of blenders, but you could do this in a regular blender, although I've heard that if you do it in a regular blender, you should blend the greens first and get that really emulsified. All right, so I'm going to push this down, and I'm going to start to blend it. It's going to be noisy. This is an opportunity that I kind of stand and take a couple of deep breaths. Okay, so we're all blended up. We're all ready to go, and I'm going to pour this into my, this is a nice thick one. Now I could have made it more runny by adding a little bit more water, but sometimes it's kind of fun to eat it with a spoon. Kids love these. And if you feel that it's not sweet enough, that it's kind of bitter, you could put a drop or 2 of liquid stevia, or even some powdered stevia in it. And that's a natural sweetener that doesn't spike your blood sugar. So here's to your morning breakfast.